Hey TMFG community, John Yapanetti here with Carlo Cancino. In today's episode of Ask TMFG, we're going to be taking a look at the RESPs. That's a Registered Education Savings Plan. Remember, if you do enjoy our content, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We love doing these videos for you. In today's episode of Ask TMFG, we're going to be taking a look at RESPs. That's the Registered Education Savings Plan. What is it? How can it benefit Canadians? And really, should you be taking advantage of it? So, Carlo, why don't you get us started?
The answer is yes. You should be taking advantage of the RESP. If you have any family members, children, grandchildren, any other individual that you'd like to help support in their education savings plan, open up an RESP.
Yep.
Main benefits, tax-deferred growth on the investments.
Absolutely.
Number two, the main benefit. You get a 20% Canada Education Savings Grant on the contributions that you make. Maximum contribution you can make per year is $2,500. There is carry forward room available if you don't use it all in 1 year. Thirdly, there are additional grants available, Canada Learning Bond in particular, for lower income families who require that additional amount of assistance.
Yeah, absolutely. And it, just like with the tax-free savings account or RRSP, there's going to be additional features. And like you mentioned, getting some support from the government to help your child go through school is going to be absolutely huge. The lifetime amount that you can put into that RESP is $50,000 per beneficiary, and the amount that they can get from the government is about $7,200 from that government grant. And for those lower income families, up to $2,000 can come from the Canada Learning Bond. So there's a lot of available money left on the table. If you do have children that are planning on going to university, or you're planning for them to go to university, absolutely we should be taking advantage of this.
Let's get into the specifics of the Canada Education Savings Grant. So you will earn 20% on all contributions made into the plan in a given year. There are maximum amount of grants that you will be eligible for. On the first $2,500, you'll get $500, but if there is carry forward room available, the maximum amount that the government will pay is $1,000. So if you didn't take advantage in previous years, you can put up to $5,000 into the plan to get your $1,000 worth of grant.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, if you win the lottery and you have excess amount of money that you want to put into those RESPs, you can put in the full amount, the $50,000. The only thing you are going to forego is that potential grant that Carlo was mentioning. So there's a maximum amount of grants that you'll be able to apply for in a given year. But often the question that we get from a lot of clients is, okay, well, now that we've been saving into this account and it's time to withdraw, what could we expect? And really from the Government of Canada side of things, they want to have proof of enrollment that your child is in an eligible post-secondary school. So pretty much any of the major colleges or universities within Canada, even some in the US, would apply and allow you to withdraw money out of that RESP. Now, Carlo mentioned about it before, that it is a tax-deferred growth, because growth that is accruing within the RESP actually does become taxable, but taxable to the beneficiary, so taxable to the child. So I don't know about you, but when you're 18 years old, you're probably not earning a high income. All Canadians are actually eligible to receive up to $15,000 of income as of 2023 and not actually have to pay any tax. So if your child is a full-time student and not currently working, we can take about $15,000 of taxable amount from that RESP tax-free. So extra benefit that just having that amount get taxed to the child.
All that being said, there is a tax planning element to withdrawing from the RESP. And it's funny, in meetings that we've had recently where clients have literally had this RESP for the last 15 years, now it's time to take the money out. And they have lots of questions because the last 15 years, money's just gone in and they've forgotten about it. I put money into the RESP and I'll worry about it later. Well, it's later.
Yeah.
And so we have to determine, what is coming out, what's going to be taxable, how can we do that in the most tax efficient manner possible. I don't know if John had mentioned it, but it's the grant that is taxable and the growth. So any of the return of capital or the contributions, not taxable, but we want to be careful with how much grant and growth is coming out. Students may be in a co-op program or working a lot during the summers where it might push their income above that threshold for the basic personal amount that John was talking about. So again, want to make sure that the tax bill is as low as possible.
Yeah, and let's say hypothetically in this scenario, your child doesn't end up going to school. Well, you don't actually lose out on everything you have contributed. The only portion you really lose out on is that grant portion that was provided from the government or Canada Learning Bond. the options you do have after that is you are able to transfer it into your RSP. If you have any more questions about the RESP, leave us a comment in the comment section down below. We'd be happy to get back to you about it. But that's another episode of Ask TMFG for today. Remember, if you do enjoy our content, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm John Yonge.
I'm Carlo Cancino.
And this has been
Ask TMFG.